Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is actually going to be a stretching warm-up video that you can tack on to any of the other exercise videos that I have for you on my channel. This is just to get the body moving, especially if you're doing this early in the morning, or maybe you've been sitting at the desk all day, sitting on your couch all day. You might need a little bit of a warm-up. So here we go. We're going to start crisscrossed and seated on our mat. And we're just going to roll our head in a circle. Let's switch to the other side. We'll bring that head back to the center. Let's roll those shoulders back. Okay, we'll switch and roll those shoulders forward. Let's bring everything back to the center. We're going to take our arm, we're going to reach it up and over to the side, just stretching out the sideline of our body. Good, we'll take it up and over to the other side. Let's stretch it back over to our first side one more time. And we'll take it back over. Bringing everything back to the center. Let's take our hands onto our knees. We're going to roll off of our sits bones, creating a C curve with our spine, tucking that chin towards our chest. I might be getting really loud in my mic right now. Let's roll back onto those hip bones, pushing that chest forward, lifting our chin up towards the sky. Good. Let's roll back off of those sits bones one last time, tucking that chin. We roll back forward onto those sits bones, lifting our chest and chin towards the sky. Good. We'll bring that spine back to neutral. Let's walk those hands out in front of us. We're going to open up those hips just a little bit more. We'll walk those hands back up to our feet. Let's go ahead and take it to our hands and our knees. We're going to go for a few cats and cows. All right, once we are here, we're going to press into that mat, stretching between those shoulder blades, tucking those hips and that chin in for a cat. Let's roll the belly down, lifting those hips and the chin towards the sky for a cow. We roll into a cat one last time. We roll back to a cow. We'll bring that spine back to neutral. Let's lift that arm up towards the sky, taking our gaze with us. Hopefully I'm not getting a lot of mic interference here with my shirt and me being so close to the mic. We're going to take that right arm down. We're going to thread it through our arm, dropping that shoulder blade down towards the mat. Let's lift that arm back up towards the sky, opening up that chest. Then we'll place that hand down, switching for the other side. We lift that arm up, taking our gaze with us. We thread the arm through our other arm, dropping that shoulder blade down towards the mat. Good, let's bring that arm back up. And we'll place that hand down onto the mat. From here, we're going to take our arm and place it behind our head. We're going to open up that chest towards the side, going with that same spinal twist we just did. Then we're going to wrap and tap that elbow down towards the mat. Good, we open up that chest. We use that core to bring us down, tapping that elbow down towards the mat. Let's take this one last time. We open up our chest and we tap that elbow down. Good, we'll place that hand onto the mat. Switching for the other side, we take that hand behind our head. Let's open that chest up towards the wall. Then we tap our elbow down. Good, we're gonna take this 2 more times. We'll place that hand back onto the mat. Let's go ahead and untuck those toes. We're going to lift up into our first downward dog of the day. Once we get here, we can pedal out those feet if we would like to. We can move those hips around, whatever feels best. Let's go ahead and walk those hands back to our feet. Once we get here, we can pedal out those feet a little bit more if we would like to. We can also grab onto those elbows and rock side to side, releasing that spine just a little bit more. Good, we'll bring everything back to the center. Let's take those arms down in front of us. We're gonna bend one knee, straightening the other. If you'd like a deeper stretch here, the leg that is straightened, you can lift that arm up towards the sky, taking a twist. Might get a little bit of a deeper stretch in that hamstring, maybe an IT band. We'll take that arm down, then we'll switch our legs. So we'll bend the opposite, straightening the other leg. We'll lift that arm up towards the sky if you'd like that deeper stretch. Yeah, we'll bring that arm down. Let's bend both knees. We'll roll up through the spine nice and slow for 3, 2, and 1. Again, hopefully my mic is not going too crazy. All right, we're gonna take one step into the center of our mat. From here, let's reach those arms up nice and tall overhead. Good, let's hinge forward from those hips. We're gonna take a forward fold, keeping that back nice and flat on the way down. From here, let's take a halfway lift. We're going to bring those hands to the knees. I like to lead with my shoulders to make sure I'm keeping a nice flat back on the way up. And we'll take those arms back down towards the mat. Placing them down nice and easy, we'll step back to a high plank. From here, let's tuck those elbows in. The fronts of our elbows is facing directly in front of us. And then the backs of those elbows, when we bend them, are going towards the back wall. Let's shift that weight forward into those hands just a little bit. We're going to control it down nice and easy to the mat. We untuck those toes. Let's lift up to a cobra. Now let's take our gaze over to one side. We'll shift over to the other side. We'll take it back to a child's pose. let's sweep those arms out to the side, lifting up nice and tall. We bring those arms down. We're going to do it again. We're just going to speed up a little bit more this time. We take it down to a forward fold. Let's find a halfway lift. Bring those hands up to the knees. We take everything back down. Placing those hands on the mat, we can step, hop, or jump to meet back in that high plank. From here, we tuck those elbows in. We shift our weight forward. We can take our chaturanga all the way down to the mat or halfway. This first one, I'll take it all the way down to the mat. We untuck those toes and we lift up. Good. From here, we can either pipe through the hips or roll through the knees to take it back to that downward dog. I will roll through the knees this time. We look forward at those hands. Let's bend those knees to step, hop, or jump, meeting those hands at the top of the mat. We stretch those legs at the top. We bring those arms out to the side, lifting up nice and tall. Now we're going to take this one last time. This time I'm going to do a little bit more of the advanced version of our chaturanga here. We take it down to our forward fold. We halfway lift. We take it back down. Placing those hands on the mat, we step, hop, or jump, meeting back in that high plank. We tuck those elbows in. We shift that weight forward into those hands. We take our chaturanga. Good. From here, we can either roll through those knees or pipe through the hips to take it back to our downward dog. Good. One last time. Look forward to those hands. Let's bend those knees to step, hop, or jump. Meeting those hands at the front of the mat. We straighten those legs at the top. Let's let those arms hang heavy. Let's roll up to this point here for 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, that is your warm-up. Don't know how well that sounded, but hopefully you can at least follow along. Again, this is something great to tack onto another workout. Maybe if you're feeling a little sick or under the weather, this is something just to get the body moving and feeling good about the rest of the day. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the